Hello everyone, my name is Lisa Roybal and today we will be discussing microaggressions. Haynes in page 58 of our textbook discusses racial microaggressions to the verbal, behavioral, and environmental insults that people of color experience on an ongoing basis in the dominant world. Micro does not mean insignificant, but rather to everyday nature of offenses at the interpersonal level. Macro, however, refers to systemic, institutional racism in the form of program policies, the legal system, healthcare, education, and the business world. You may be wondering of how microaggressions have affected me in my personal life. An example of this would be in my college and undergrad. I experienced a racial microaggression in college during a school project. A classmate in the project asked me, "Lisa, what are you?" We were discussing about our family and our heritage and what, in particular, what we missed about home and what our family dynamic in life was. This classmate not only singled me out in front of the entire group, but only asked me in particular the question, "What are you?" I was confused and asked for this classmate to further elaborate. And he said, "Well, what race are you? Because you aren't white." The conversation was confusing, came out of nowhere, and it was quick. My response was telling him my race and ethnicity, and then steering the conversation back to our homework topic and further elaborating on that rather than my race or ethnicity. I bring up an example of this because you may be wondering how I will handle a situation of micro or macroaggressions in my further profession as a counselor. And I want to bring up a stat that Haynes in our textbook discusses. Studies show that microaggressions profoundly affect minority members' stress level and health, in large part because they are continual and cumulative, and because they repeatedly remind the minority member of their lower status. So this is something I want to, at all cost, avoid any pain and suffering to any clients future clients I may have. And our job as counselors is to help them find their voice and help them regain knowledge to their life that they may have some confusing or difficult moments proceeding. If this comes up in one of my clients, maybe either having a microaggression towards me or them experiencing a microaggression in life, it is important that if they have experienced a microaggression, to validate their feelings and to acknowledge their worth, and to not let them be reminded of that continual lower status that Haynes discussed when minorities are faced with microaggressions. But if a client comes in and brings up a microaggression or macroaggression, steering the conversation away and saying that isn't appropriate, I deserve respect as I have been giving respect to you and to all other clients, refraining and not being aggressive towards clients, just stating that is an appropriate statement. Let's steer back to whatever we were talking about. But hopefully at all costs I don't ever provoke or say something that may come off as a micro or macroaggressions, because I don't want to cause any of that suffering towards clients. Thank you.